we go. All right, we have Stan here from Wash and Zip Beds, and Stan's going to show us his beds. I was pretty impressed when I saw them. My washing machine doesn't try to walk across the room when I wash the bed, and it's a multi-purpose product. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Stan, okay?
Okay, so yeah, my name is Stan Pels. My wife and I are the inventors of the Wash and Zip pet bed. I'm here from sunny, very muggy Central Florida. But I quit my job of 20 years to start the Wash and Zip pet bed business, and I'm having an absolute blast. So something happened to my business about 2 years ago that really changed things. I got a customer, and I always ask my customers where they come from. And when I asked them where they found out about us, they said they found out us from Family Labradoodles up in Virginia. Well, then like 3 months later, I got another customer, and they said they found out about us through Cedar Bend Labradoodles up in Iowa. And then another month later, Austin Labradoodles referred us to somebody, and so on and so on. So anyway, it's been really cool to see the word about our product spread to breeders across the country. And now I think I counted my 170th breeder that's referred a new customer to us. So, you know, my goal here would be to have you folks get as excited as possible about our product so that you'll like to add us to your puppy packet as well for your new puppy parents. So I'm just going to keep it short. I'm going to talk for about two and a half minutes, show you how this works, and then give you an opportunity to get one of these for free, like G had mentioned. So here's our brief story. This is my Lulu, and she passed away at the age of 17, but I adopted her when I was 25 years old, and she was a Beagle Lab mix. And she was always a stinky dog. Inevitably, whenever I would get a new dog bed, within a month, 2 months, the dog bed would end up smelling like her. And I would try to, I'd try to clean it, but there was nothing that would get the thing clean. And then the problem even got worse when she turned 13 years old and she became incontinent. So, we would buy her a new dog bed and she would have an accident during the night or during the day, and that, the urine would soak down into the middle part of the bed. And even if you took the cover off and washed it, that stink was still there and you could never get it fully clean. So my wife and I just quit buying dog beds altogether. So what we did instead was we would just grab old comforters or old blankets out of the closet, and we would fold it up, into like a rectangle. I'm sure y'all have done this before too. And it made a nice dog bed because, when it got stinky or when she had an accident on it, we could just put it in your washer and your dryer, and the whole thing would come out completely clean. So, anyway, one day my wife said, you know what, this would be the perfect dog bed if there was only a way to keep it fastened together. So we came up with the idea of putting a zipper around all three sides of it to keep it fastened together. And that's where the Wash and Zip pet bed was born. So let me show you how this works. This is one of the Wash and Zip pet beds. This is our small size. And I'm going to stand up here. So we call this the world's cleanest pet bed because when these get dirty and stinky, you just take the zipper and unzip it, and the whole thing unfolds into a completely launderable blanket. So you would just take this entire thing and put it through your washer and dryer at home. And then once, it's out of the washer and dryer, you just fold it back up, zip it back up, and you got a nice, clean, fresh bed. So that's really how it works. So in addition to it being very easy to clean, our customers also like the fact that it's multifunctional. You can use this as a dog bed. You can use it as a crate pad. A lot of folks will take these and spread it out as a blanket and put it in their car, the back of their car, the back of their SUV, or you can put it on your furniture. So they do like the fact that it's got a lot of different uses. Additionally, it's going to help with flea problems. We're here in Florida, and as G will agree, we've got a lot of bugs down here, but we've got a completely flea-free home. And, dog beds are like flea motels, all those larvae and stuff like that get on the inside of the bed. So if you can't get rid of all that, then you're going to continue to have flea problems. So one other thing is, so y'all see the zipper on the bed. Y'all are all dog professionals. You know what's going to happen if a little puppy sees that zipper, right? They're going to chew it off. So a little over a year ago, I invented what I call the puppy proofer. And this is, I'll show you how it works. It's really just like a, kind of like a pillow sham. So you're going to take your entire Wash and Zip bed and you're going to put it on the inside of this puppy proofer. Real simple. Yeah, it's hot here. Okay. So then generally if the puppy can't see the zipper, they're not going to be as tempted to chew on it. But if they do get tempted to chew, at least you're going to catch them before they get to the bed and damage the most expensive part of the investment.
And those corners are ballistic nylon, right?
Well, they're called 600D, so they're definitely not, they're not chew proof. I've heard of that ballistic fabric, which is really tough, but I didn't really design this to be completely chew proof. I more wanted to put a barrier between the puppy and that zipper. And I'd say overwhelmingly, it does the job of keeping them from that temptation.
The 600D is what we, excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat, what we see in horse blankets too.
Okay, so yeah, it's a pretty sturdy fabric. So, so let's talk a little bit about my breeder program. My video just went out. Oh, there we go. I probably just had to move my mouth. So with my breeder program, once a breeder decides they'd like to recommend us to their new puppy parents, what I'll do is I'll set up a discount code, a 15% discount code that you can share with your new puppy parents or with your clients. And I'll send out some of my little brochures, and I'll put your discount code up there in the upper left-hand corner. And that'll make it real easy for you to hand out, to your new puppy parents. And if they go to our website and order, as long as they put that code in, they're going to get the 15% discount, and I'm going to know that new client came from you. Okay. A little bit about pricing. To give you some idea on cost, our most common size bed is the medium bed, which is a 32 by 24. And with shipping, the bed, the puppy proofer, and everything, the total comes to about $114. But with your discount, that's going to bring it down below $100. So it's $99.08 for the bed, the puppy proofer, and shipping to your customer. So that's the out the door price. Okay. And then we have 5 different sizes, 4 different fabrics. So you can go to our website and check out the different prices for the different sizes. Okay. Let's see what else. Lastly, I don't expect any breeder or dog professional to recommend something that they don't feel comfortable with. So as G may have mentioned, if you'd like to get one of these to try out, I'd be happy to send one to you free of charge, no obligation. That's how I start off my breeder relationships is I'll offer to send them a bed and a puppy proofer for them to try out themselves. And I told G that for the first 50 breeders that contact me from this call, I'll go ahead and send one out to you. I'm going to automatically send you a medium bed, but if you specifically want a different size, a smaller one or a larger one, please let me know that, and I'll do my best to accommodate you, okay? So all I need you to do, it's real simple, just send me an email. Look at my cool little graphic here. So if you want to write this down, or I guess you can see it on the recording, that's my email address, info@WashNZip.Pet-Bed. And then if you would just include that information, your name, company name, I'll use your company name to create a short discount code customized to your company name. And then if you do have any preferred fabric color, I'll do my best to accommodate that as well. If you don't request one in particular, I'll just send you something that I have the most in stock on, okay? And then if you'd prefer to call me instead or text me, you can get in touch with me on my cell phone there.
And Stan sent me a sample, and then he followed up and called and asked, followed up and emailed and asked how the dogs like the bed. And my answer was, I don't know yet because the cats won't let the dogs on the bed. So his beds are the favorite in the house.
It's interesting how often I'll have a parent, buy one for their dog. And then 2 weeks later, they're contacting me to buy another one because the cat decided it belonged to them. So
yeah, we've got them all over the house.
Yeah. So most people get it for their dogs, but we have a few that are cat owners that get it for their cat as well.
They're awesome. Does anybody have any questions? I'll unmute everybody. Does anybody have any questions for Stan?
This is true.
Hi, this is Hari. Can you hear me?
Pretty well, huh?
Yeah, go ahead, Hari.
What is the best way to wash them? Do you recommend putting them in with regular detergent and then drying them in the dryer, or is there some stuff we can do, not to use bleach, of course, but anything in particular
Yeah.
to make it last better?
You know what? Nothing in particular. The fabric manufacturers, like usual, are going to go with the most conservative recommendations. So they're going to tell you the fabric manufacturers recommend cold water and then low heat or no heat in the dryer. But I got to tell you, my wife and I, we use detergent, we use hot water to get the smell out of them. I even put a little quarter cup of bleach in when I wash them, and or you can use OxyClean.
Okay.
Never had any problems with that, and we dry them on the high heat cycle as well.
Okay, great. That's why I asked, because I know there's some things they tell you not to do that, but you can, and it's okay. All right,
Yeah.
great.
Now that, you know, obviously that kind of, you know, the rougher you are on them in the laundry, you know, it's going to shorten the life cycle. But, you know, I've had people that come to me 5-6 years later and say, man, that bed I bought from you 5 years ago still looks like new. So.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.
And I'm sorry, I chimed in. I'm a late comer. Can you show me the thickness of that?
Yeah, this is to give you an idea, this is one of our small beds. So all of them are about, depending on whether it's a small or a large, between 3 and 4 inches thick.
And you have the added padding for the larger ones, don't you?
Yes, correct. For the large and extra large sizes, we have an additional product called a comfort cushion, which is if you want to provide something that's a little bit more padding for your dog, then that's available.
It actually looks like something I want to take a nap on.
Overwhelmingly, our four-legged customers find that it's got plenty of comfort to it. So I don't advertise it as being an orthopedic bed, but you know, dogs in the wild aren't used to having big, thick 5-6 inch mattresses, you know, so they find ours to be quite comfortable.
Well, there's no industry standard or anything that defines an orthopedic bed, is there anyway? It's just
Not that, yeah,
it's a
not that I
marketing
know.
term anyway. Yeah.
It's kind of your choice as to whether or not you want to call it that, you know.
Well, for those who are thinking of possibly purchasing a bed that is in the hundreds, I was one of those fools that thought my dogs have given me so much. I'm gonna buy a dog bed that it was way more expensive than I'd even like to admit, and I justified it to my husband. We actually got into a little debate over it, and I will tell you, they never ever sleep on it. I've turned it over to my 4-year-old nephew.
The orthopedic bed?
Yeah, they do not. I have 3 dogs, and they literally, in fact, it's so funny because I put it in my living room, and all 3 of my dogs will fight over a small little bed, and the bed is just sitting there waiting for them to love on it, and they will all sleep together on a small little space, but they will not touch the orthopedic bed. And so I'm really excited about your bed because it looks like something 3 dogs on one little bed. It's time for mama to get them another something to enjoy.
They're funny. They have a tendency to adjust to whatever they have. One of my clients sent me a picture of they got a little tiny dog. They ordered a large bed or an extra large bed and a small one. The little tiny dog is there on the extra large bed, and then there's their big huge dog that's on this little squeezed onto this little tiny bed. So I guess we know who's the alpha dog in that house.
My friend's cat took over the big bed, and their German Shepherd sleeps in the cat bed. True story.
I believe it. So yeah, I think the dogs will be happy with it. I've had customers that said that, you know, my dog they've never laid on a bed in their life, and then I got them a wash and zip, and lo and behold, I can't keep them off of it. And I've had people tell me that their dog shredded every single bed that they've ever owned, but then they get a wash and zip, and for some reason the dogs won't touch it. So I'm not promising that's what's going to happen, but I tell people we put good karma in our beds. So hopefully you'll have good fortune with it. So
Awesome. Anybody else have a question? All right, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Stan.
well, I appreciate the opportunity. I really do, and I'll take good care of anybody else send my way. If you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to
When
ask.
she can, does that have a good fold? Like, is that something where if she decided to push that up, or is she committed to that full bed? Like, I guess, can you fold it for me so I can see?
The bed? You want me to hold it for you?
Yeah, I mean, you don't even, just literally fold it like a taco. I just want to see if.
Like that?
Oh, that's perfect. Yep, she'll love it. She'll absolutely love it. Thank you.
Why, do you have a burrower or something? Some dogs like
What?
to burrow in their beds, and I tell
Oh,
them
that's a great idea.
yeah, except this part, and they sleep on
That's
the
smart.
inside.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I love that.
my lab is that she's one that likes to she beats to her own drum, and she likes to readjust the things, and so she will love this.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, once again, if anybody joined late, all y'all need to do, if you want me to send you a free bed, just shoot me an email. And I don't sell your address information to anybody. I'm not going to do that. I'm the only employee of the company, so I won't do that.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much, Stan. Thanks,
Well,
everybody.
thank you very much. I
joining.
appreciate it, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.